So this is the last video. Basically, we will have a real quick blast through where we're at. So we've turned everything on. We've plugged everything in. We know things are plugged in the right place. We've loaded up our scene by hitting view, selecting that default scene. Someone's broken that scene, we recall the backup scene, and then we re-overwrite that third default scene. We turn our faders up to the 0 mark for the main 3 that we are using. Obviously, if you're wanting to just play some music or a video for the laptop or the PC, you don't need to worry about those. It's just these ones. So simple as that. Anyway, you've come in to mix a band, rehearsing for a band. So we are setting our levels. So, you know, we've got all these people playing, and we decide, right, yeah, those are some good, nice, healthy levels. Everyone's coming out fine. But what happens when the room fills up with people is that they start to absorb sound and they start to add different dynamics to the room. So you may need to push the vocals a bit. You may need to push like your guitar a little bit, or you may find, you know what, the drums are swamping the sound, so you might need to pull them down a bit, or vice versa. But that doesn't now mean your job is done, because people move around as they play and the dynamics of the song change as they play. So if they're getting into a quieter song, that's absolutely fine. But if they get to the point where you are no longer hearing them above the congregation, they're no longer able to lead the congregation where they're going. So you still want to have a vocal or an instrument coming out louder so that they're able to lead well. So you're constantly needing to mix that from like louder or quieter. Obviously, if it is just a moment of someone's praying out, pull the band down so that someone can pray out without having to shout over the top of the band. Turn them back up. If you've got your effects up and then the worship leader wants to say a word, make sure you quickly pull that back down, otherwise they're going to be echoing out those speakers. So it's not a case of set the levels, put your feet back up and lean back and relax. Like, mixing is very much part of the worship. You've got to mix in line with what is going on. So that means even in the middle of a song, you might have a moment where the guitarist in an instrumental starts picking out some notes. So push that guitar up louder so that you can hear that. It's all part of it. You might have the moment where they're doing a real ballady song, so you really want to push that delay. So you might need to flip into delay here. You might need to push your delay up rather than your effects. Make sure you've obviously tapped your button in time with the delay. So those are kind of your general sort of mixing things, and yeah, how we're going to want to run our services.